Bias works great with JamUp. You can take any tone that you've sweated over in Bias and with a single tap, export it directly into JamUp. And then from there, you can take advantage of the great sounding effects that we have in JamUp or the other features that are part of JamUp, such as the 8-track recorder or the phrase looper. So here I have Bias open, and I've already got a tone selected that I like. I'm going to take that blues tone, and I'm going to tap this JamUp icon in the upper right-hand corner. This will launch JamUp, and it will insert that amp configuration into the amp slot of the current signal chain within JamUp. And then from within here, I can add any of the great sounding effects pedals that are part of JamUp. Let's go into this tube driver and tweak this a little bit. Let's add a little more overdrive and bring the tone back. Now let's hear what it sounds like with the tube driver off. Alright, I think I'm going to use that for a rhythm sound. I'm also going to go to my reverb pedal and I'm going to dial it back a little bit. I think it's too much reverb for what I want here. Great. Let's take a listen. Alright, I like the sound of that. So let's switch over to the 8-track and we're just going to make a simple 2-track 12-bar blues recording so I can show you how this works. So here in the 8-track recorder, I'm going to tap the song button and then new song. I also find that when I'm recording, it's helpful, at least for a backing track, to run the metronome in the background so that my time is pretty good. So I'm going to open the metronome configuration settings and I'm going to tap out kind of a slow blues shuffle. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we'll go with that, 102 beats per minute. So I'm going to record enable the first track by tapping on the record button in that channel. Now the way I have this set up is that I'll get a 4-beat count in and then I'll start playing. So let's turn the metronome on and then I'll tap the record button. Now I'm going to go back over to the 8-track screen. I'm going to record enable channel 2, hit the record button, and off I go. Let's see what happens. Now I can just hit the play button and listen back to what I recorded. Alright, pretty cool. Now another feature that we can take advantage of in JamUp is the phrase sampler. And you can think of this as like a little looping station. You can set loops of any length and then start integrating them together. So over here in the phrase sampler, I'm just going to do a quick little 4-bar loop. And then I'm going to jam over the top of it, and I may even add some other parts just to thicken it up a little bit. So first I'm going to set my loop length to 4, and then I find with the phrase sampler it's helpful to have the metronome on the background so that your loops land evenly. So I'll start the metronome, and then record. Alright, once I have that first loop down, I usually turn the metronome off because that's a good enough backing track. So now I can just hit play and just play along for fun. Now I think it might be kind of more fun to add a little bit of a bass note to this. So what I can do is I can hit play and then dub, and then I can jump in anywhere in the loop and just continue to add to the loop. Do something like that. Great tool for just working out some improvisation, just to jam along for fun. So you can see that Bias makes it easy to take those tones that you've sweated over and bring them into JamUp and take advantage of all the other great features that JamUp has to offer.